friends, this is Anders here on Time and Crown channel. Today I'm super excited presenting you to my Grail chronograph watch and the very first Zenith in my collection. And before I open the box, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, it is a big help. Thank you. And here the watch is. So this is of course the Zenith El Primero, the legendary automatic chronograph sports watch. This particular example is the Zenith El Primero original 1969. This example is from 2015 and the watch was produced between 2011 and 2021. You of course also get the warranty and the instructions manual. And here we are up and close with the watch. So during this video we're going to get into this specific watch, the performance, the wearability and also the history of the Zenith El Primero. So this again is based on the original 1969 El Primero. This means that this is a 38mm diameter watch. It has a lock-to-lock distance of 46mm, a height including this boxed, also slightly domed sapphire crystal of 12.5mm and a lock opening here, which is kind of annoying, of 19mm. The watch has a weight of approximately 80 grams on the leather strap with the deployment buckle. It is made in 316L stainless steel and it has sapphire crystal on both sides. And here you can see the movement. We're getting a little more into the movement during this review. This is not an original strap. The original strap is worn out because this example is from 2015. It was bought at a Danish AD and it only had one owner before me. I bought it pre-owned and I bought it at a price at around $7,700 US. Box and papers, everything. Here's the deployment clasp. I did buy a bunch of other straps that I'm going to show you how wears on this watch because I found a perfect combination, so this is actually not my favorite combination. So of course the most interesting thing with the El Primero is the movement. Of course the movement is called the El Primero, and the particular movement in this watch is the El Primero 400, which was introduced in 2009. It consists of 278 parts compared to the 42mm version of this watch, which isn't the original size. The original size was 38mm, just like this one. It has 316 parts, the 42mm version. So of course the interesting thing with this movement, apart from the history, is that it is a high beat movement. It is beating at 36,000 vibrations per hour. It does say here below 12 o'clock with the Zenith star logo, the Zenith name El Primero, and then 36,000 vibrations per hour, automatic here, Swiss made, and of course also the dial, which is a very classic layout. So at 9 o'clock you have this light gray, which is the running 60 seconds. This is the ethereal fleeting of time. At 6 o'clock you have this darker gray, which is the 12-hour counter. This symbolizes the nature of time, the long duration of time. And then at 3 o'clock you have this beautiful sunburst blue 30-minute counter, which is the middle ground, so 30 minutes, 12 hours and 60 seconds. That is why Zenith, they designed these sub-dials like this. Then you have the date window at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock approximately, between 4 and 5 o'clock, and this beautiful gray sunburst dial. The case is polished, beautifully polished, and then you get brushing on the top of the locks. Nice pump pushers here and the signed crown. It has 100 meters of water resistance, which is very nice for one of these vintage inspired chronographs. So 100 meters of water resistance on this watch, and I do really love this beautifully boxed and domed sapphire crystal. Let's just stop the chronograph, reset it. So the El Primero 400 movement has 50 hours of power reserve, and this particular example is really accurate, so I get approximately 4 seconds plus per day, which is absolutely beautiful for a movement that is 8 years old. Again, this watch is from 2015 and it has 0 beat error. Very impressive. Also, the lume, this watch being a sports watch, is really great. I do believe it's Swiss Superluminova, but Zenith doesn't state it. But as you can see, really great lume. On my 17.5 centimeter wrist circumference, you can see the El Primero 38mm watch here. It wears beautifully. It's the perfect fit, and the locks are quite long in its design, although it's only 46mm from lock tip to lock tip, so I definitely think that the 42mm version would have been way too big for my wrist size. The point clasp is really nice, nicely finished, and you push these two buttons and then you open, but it is a hassle and really stupidly made to put on other straps. You have to find straps with this part, and it's really annoying to change between straps. So of course, let's get to the case back and the movement. El Primero 100 meters of water resistance. You see the rotating rotor here, nicely finished. Blued screws, Swiss striping, perlage. You see the beautiful wheels, and you see how they turn when the rotor turns, which is this half skeletonized rotor. So let's just get a little more into the history of the Zenith El Primero, because that is why this watch is a legendary watch. Mechanical watches has always been a subject of innovations, technical innovations. And the Zenith El Primero is very famous for entering the race to become the first automatic chronograph movement ever made. This race was started in the 1960s. And the question still remains today, was the Zenith El Primero, with the name El Primero, the first? Actually, the first. A group of other companies, they joined ventures to produce the chronomatic. That was Heuer, Leonidas, Dubois, Hamilton and Buren. Breitling, they designed the Project 99 to produce together the first automatic chronograph movement. So back then, chronograph movements, they were manually wound, just like we see, for example, with the Omega Speedmaster, manually wound movements. So to be able to produce an automatic self-winding mechanical chronograph movement was a big battle and innovation. Now Zenith, they were working for themselves to produce the El Primero, the very first automatic chronograph movement. They called it the calibre 3019, the El Primero. And they found out that the group with the Chronomatic, the Project 99, they were really progressing well. And they were actually producing the new automatic chronograph movement. So they sped up the process, and at a very small press conference, they actually introduced the El Primero. But it wasn't until late 1969 that Zenith actually were able to produce customer-ready El Primero movements. And actually before that, Seiko with the 6139 movement and also the before mentioned chronomatic movement, they actually were first. So it's still a debate today who was the first. I'm very sure that today the most legendary and the most strong movement is the El Primero, so it doesn't matter if Zenith they were first, because this movement lives on today, this beautiful movement. Now let me very quickly show you some very cool straps and also my personal favorite strap. So let's have some music and let's see how this watch actually is kind of a strap monster on rubber straps and leather straps. And here is my favorite combination. This beautiful crocodile leather strap in 19mm is from Deluxe. I have no affiliations with Epson.dk or Deluxe. I just wanted to show you all these cool straps that I got for the watch. Also, let's just have a quick look at the watch here. Besides the Omega Speedmaster and the Tag Heuer Monaco, maybe 3 of the most legendary, if not the most legendary chronograph designs ever made. And I have an ambition to collect the 5 most legendary chronographs, in my opinion, design-wise. I have 3 of them now. Still missing are the legendary designs from Rolex and Breitling, so they will be added later on, hopefully. But I'm super happy with my 3-piece collection here. Beautiful mechanical chronographs. And here the Zenith El Primero is on this beautiful blue crocodile strap. I really do love this combination, and I must say I enjoy this watch a lot. I really don't have too much bad to say about this watch. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful watch. It's such a sporty and legendary watch. Maybe a little gripe is of course the date window. I would have wished that they actually color matched it, but I do enjoy actually having the date complication, although it does break the symmetry of the dial design. So all in all, I'm super excited and happy to add one of my Grail watches, maybe the biggest Grail chronograph watch I ever had in my dream watch collection, the Zenith El Primero. So I hope you enjoyed my review of this cool watch from 2015, a legendary chronograph watch, and also my walkthrough of strap options and the history of the Zenith El Primero. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you'll find the links down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, it is a big help. Thank you so much for watching, bye.